Alrighty, so producer Colton put together some viral videos of me. Now, I will admit freely that I dislike watching me, but I'm going to do it anyway, and then I'm going to comment on these viral videos and give you my reaction. But first, this video is sponsored by Blinksale. It's the revolutionary invoicing software that is going to allow you to keep track of all the invoices you send. Now, right now, you're probably making invoices on Microsoft Word and then sending them to people forgetting you ever sent them. You have no updates. You have no idea who's paying the bills, who's avoiding the bills. Plus, your invoices look like garbage. Why not instead use Blinksale? Blinksale makes all of these things easy for you. With Blinksale, you can send beautiful, custom-branded invoices and estimates in seconds. You can stay on top of your outstanding invoices. You can let customers and clients easily pay your invoices online. And you'll even get instant notifications when a customer opens that invoice so you know who has been dodging you. Forget about using those invoicing templates. Instead, use Blinksale.com. Forget about stressing about coordinating a bunch of different software programs. Instead, check out Blinksale.com. Blinksale takes care of all of these things for you. As an added bonus, Blinksale is doing something magical and special for you. They're giving $10 away to 500 Daily Wire fans. Here's how this works. You go to Blinksale.com, you start your 14-day free trial, you create your first invoice of $10, you activate an online payment option, either Stripe or PayPal, and send the invoice to Daily Wire at Blinksale.com. Get paid your $10. The first 500 people who send that invoice actually get $10 back. All you have to do is just send an invoice for $10 to Daily Wire at Blinksale.com. Stop wasting your time. Try Blinksale for free right now at Blinksale.com/Ben. That's Blinksale.com/Ben, BLINKSALE.com/Ben.
Hi, Ben. My name is Matthew, and I go to a school, Catholic private school that is full of leftist, statist punks, and I hate them. And my...
It's like an Alcoholics Anonymous meeting.
Yeah. It's an oxymoron, I tell you. So in the very rare case where a leftist uses evidence, logic, and empiricism, how do I combat, statistics they propose?
Who is it and when has it happened ever? Okay, so it's a Thug Life video. Okay, so it's a Thug Life video. So the Thug Life stuff was one of the early sort of internet iterations of Ben Shapiro meme culture. I'm forever grateful to whoever is the person who did this. It's really, really funny because, of course, I'm a nerd. And so juxtaposing me to these sort of thug, I'm like wearing a tie there, right? And then the Thug Life culture, it's pretty great. I mean, this did become a Halloween costume for me, I believe, year one of the Ben Shapiro show. You can go back, you can find the episode where I actually wore the memes, the GIF sunglasses, and I wore like a Thug Life hat and all the rest of it. But it's a source of endless amusement even today to watch those kind of things, see the blunt come in from the side. So I enjoy that stuff.
Al Sharpton, say hello to Ben Shapiro.
Hello, good morning, Ben.
Hi, how are you?
Fine.
Have you guys ever met or spoken before?
No, I haven't, and I'd like to just ask Mr. Sharpton exactly why he's not paying for the Swan and Browley case, and also why he incited riots against Jews in Crown Heights.
There's another one of the meme cultures. I remember this specific episode of the Keith Larson Show. So I was friends with Keith. I used to be on his show weekly, and we would just kind of hash out the news for 15 or 20 minutes. This particular time, I was scheduled to call in, and just at the time I was supposed to call in, then Al Sharpton, who was then running for president, called in himself to be on Keith Larson's. This is in North Carolina. And Keith says to me off the air, you know, Al Sharpton just called in. Would you like to be on the air with Al Sharpton? And I was like, okay, there's at least a half a shot that this is actually just a prank and this isn't actually Al Sharpton. And then you can hear the interview. He starts talking to me. I'm like, oh, actually, it is Al Sharpton. Well, I'm never going to get on the air with Al Sharpton again, right? There's never going to be an opportunity to be on the air with Al Sharpton. Again, I was 19 at the time, I think 19 or 20 years old. And so I said, okay, well, now that I've got to ask him a question, I'm going to ask the only question that really matters about Al Sharpton, which is why is he a terrible person? And Al Sharpton did not actually have an answer to this. If you actually listen to the rest of this particular interview, it's really funny because Al Sharpton threatens me with a lawsuit. I say this and he says, you ask questions like that and you could get sued. And then he and Larson have this broader discussion and Larson comes back to me and says, do you have anything else to say to Reverend Sharpton? And I said, not really. I just want to say to him that if he feels like suing me for my $5,000 in bar mitzvah money, he can come right after me anytime, Mr. Sharpton. And that was sort of the end of the conversation. So the thug life began early, is I think all you can say about this.
Ben, when you come on television, when you write columns, do you feel that you are being persecuted, or do you feel that you are being, put in an uncomfortable position because everybody else seems to believe the opposite of what you believe?
Listen, I'm happy to be in liberal areas. I've spent my entire life in Los Angeles and Cambridge, Massachusetts. I like being in liberal areas. I like duking it out. But there's no question that the media is biased to the left. Being from the right on a left network like CNN, sure, of course I'm on the defensive, and I go in with game planning for it. I mean, it's not the same thing as going on Fox News, which obviously leans to the right. I mean, there are, and that's okay.
Tell me about how you plan
but
for it. I'm curious because we're on, the most meta show on CNN. How do you plan for it differently?
Well, what I do is I assume that I'm going to get a certain set of questions from folks like you, Brian, that I generally do get, and with all the veiled implications therein. Don't you feel persecuted when you go on a leftist network? The implication, of course, being that I see myself as a victim. Don't you feel like when you come on a leftist network and you're being attacked that maybe it's because, you're just a little bit intolerant? These are usually the way these conversations go. So, I'm glad, Brian, that you haven't done all of those things. You've done some of them. I'd forgotten about that one. That's a good one. That's some solid stuff there from Shapiro Thug Life. So sometimes you forget the good things that you've done, the good things that you've said. I do appreciate, I can't remember who the other guest is there in the split screen, but his reactions are pretty priceless. They're kind of valuable. Like you can see he's trying not to laugh throughout this entire conversation because indeed it is quite ridiculous. I mean, the truth is I've been on Stelter's program a few times and I've always found him to be a personable chap. But one of the great lies, of course, of CNN is its objectivity. And Brian Stelter, as objective journalist, not so much.
So you've supported this really racist idea that healthcare should not be for free, and I just wanted to ask about that.
Okay, so here's how this works, gang. Honestly, if you can't see that a universal healthcare system is bad for America, you're wasting my time, okay? Okay, folks, so the healthcare cost crisis didn't actually begin until the government got involved by creating Medicare and Medicaid, because when you artificially stimulate demand, there's no incentive to lower price. Not to mention, you are not entitled to the product of somebody else's labor. That's called slavery, gang, okay? This is what would actually happen under a universal healthcare system. Here's what a single-payer healthcare system would actually do, okay, folks? It would actually make doctors literal slaves who would have to live in cabins on a plantation somewhere. All right, folks? And the idea that doctors are just your slaves who you can marry without their consent and then make half doctor, half regular people babies with. Okay, well then what happens to the babies? Are they now doctors? Are they slave doctors who have to be doctors, or are they free? Now what, gang? Okay, so that's why that system would just never work.
But I should just get health care. I should just get it for free.
And that's how you talk to a leftist.
Okay, so now we have memes of memes, right? We've got a meme of the Thug Life meme. Honestly, there have been a lot of parodies made about me. The only one I've ever thought was actually deeply unfunny, the only parody I ever thought was deeply unfunny was the one from Our Cartoon President, where Stephen Colbert parodied me by having me holding hands with Alex Jones, because that parody doesn't even make sense. Like, this one is obviously taking my perspective on healthcare and then taking it way the hell out there. But it's funny. I mean, the impression is funny, and it's obviously mocking my sort of trains of logic and how I speak and the way that I break up my sentences and all of that. And so that stuff I find really, really funny because, again, it is a takeoff on my general perspective. The Freedom Tunes guys are really hilarious. The best one of the Freedom Tunes, by the way, is the Thanksgiving dinner where it's all versions of me, sort of like Back to the Future 2, where every character is Michael J. Fox. That particular Freedom Tunes is my favorite. I think I've seen this. Yes. This one is very funny.
Yeah, I am waiting.
Ha ha! That's epic! I'm literally laughing right now!
Actually, I don't think I've seen this one. I have not seen this one.
Okay, question time. How about we take a question from the girl with the pretty hair?
What is going on? What is this? What the?
Okay, I was just wondering, why can't girls be in the Boy Scouts?
Oh, haven't you heard? I am already Tracer.
Oh yeah? Where is that written?
I'm a gamer, rise up gamers. This society is no place for us.
All hail Benjamin! the only true God.
Okay, this is epic.
We are all valuable human beings, but all was restricted to the tribe for most of human history, and we are reverting back to that now, which is all, we are all valuable except for that guy. That guy's not valuable. Screw that guy, right? He's a member of an opposing tribe. And I think that that's not only a problem, I think that takes the heart out of society. There are legitimately millions of people in this country who believe that I will go to hell because I don't believe in Chinese Jesus. And you know what I think about that? I'm a ball of meat wandering through the universe purposeless. I don't have free will. I don't have the capacity to control my own life. What am I supposed to do now? Take my arm and put a knife in it and stab you? Well, maybe we should think about what the actual possible downsides here are, because virtually every action that we take has some unintended consequences. If I have a duty to kill you. Wait, hold on a second. You have no evidence whatsoever that that is the case. I'm here to kill you. What do you even care? Why can't you leave me the hell alone? I'm going to say what I think is true here, and we're done. I love Dave Rubin now.
Yeah.
You know what I think about that? I don't care. That's fine with me. I don't care. I think it's good. Yeah. So that's a lot of me, and that's a lot of fake me, and I very much look forward to Media Matters taking those quotes from this butchery of everything I've ever said, and then trying to come after me to cancel me. So that is some solid stuff. Actually, I'll admit, the better version of this is Jordan Peterson debating Jordan Peterson from Dave's show. That one is definitely the better version of this. Although it's enjoyable, and I have seen the Ben Shapiro versus Shen Shapiro kind of stuff before. The fact that I'm a meme is of utter amusement to me, because again, I am probably the squarest person on planet Earth. So the fact that I've become part of this sort of meme culture is endlessly hilarious. Well, thanks for watching this, and I'm sorry. Next time, we'll do something radically different that I'm sure you will enjoy even more than you didn't enjoy this one.